My beloved, wait, don't scroll, something divine is pulling you here. You didn't stumble onto this by chance, something unseen, something holy has been whispering your name again and again, and today it refused to be ignored. Archangel Michael has been moved to tears, not from sadness, but from the deep relentless love he holds for you. He has watched you miss signs, overlook blessings, dismiss miracles that were placed in your path. But this moment is different, this is the final attempt before the shift. Michael says, speak their name into the air so their soul remembers. That's what I'm doing right now, because your soul already knows something is moving. You felt the strange quiet that came over your day, the heaviness in your chest, the electric stillness that doesn't feel random. That is not coincidence, it's presence. This is not just another message in your feed, this is an intervention from heaven itself. And if your heart beats faster while reading this, it's because Spirit is confirming it. This is for you. Michael has been trying to reach you, in dreams, in songs, in numbers, in the way a feather suddenly appears where no bird has flown. You have brushed them off before, but now heaven cannot let you pass this by again. Here is the truth, a person of extraordinary influence has taken notice of you. They are not only wealthy in money, but in connections, authority, and opportunity. They have the ability to shift the course of your life in ways you have not dared to imagine. This isn't fantasy, it's divine orchestration. Heaven placed your name on their path for a reason, and the moment they saw you, through a picture, a post, or even a passing mention, they felt something ancient awaken. At first they couldn't understand it. Why did you feel familiar? Why did their heart skip in a way it hasn't in years? Then came the dreams, the flash of recognition, the unshakable pull. They realized this was not the first time your souls had crossed paths. In another lifetime you saved them. And now their spirit burns to return that blessing. Michael is urging you not to dismiss this. You've been cautious before, afraid to believe in something that feels too good, too sudden. But this time heaven has confirmed it, this is yours. The truth is, they have already seen something about your future. Not a guess, not a hope, a vision. They saw you standing in a place you have prayed for, wearing joy like a crown, living without the weight that has been pressing on your shoulders. And in that vision, they were beside you. The signs have already been circling you, the restless dreams, the sudden waves of emotion, the moments when the world feels both too still and too loud at once. Your spirit feels the connection before your mind can process it. That's because this is not just attraction or curiosity, this is a soul bond vibrating after being dormant for lifetimes. And here's what makes this moment sacred, they are searching for you now. Not for weeks, not for months, for lifetimes. They are closer than you think, but heaven says there is a small window for this meeting to happen. If you turn away now, the thread may not return in this lifetime. Michael isn't shouting this, he's whispering, because he knows the choice is yours. He will not force you. But he also knows how rare it is for such a bond to align in the physical world. Too many things can interfere, too many hearts get distracted. He's been protecting your path from those who tried to break you, from the voices that made you doubt yourself, from the betrayals that taught you to shut the door before a miracle could enter. That protection was not in vain, it was leading you here. This connection is not about wealth alone, it is about restoration. They carry answers to questions you have whispered into the dark. They hold the opportunity to lift you into the place you were meant to stand. And you in turn carry the one thing they cannot buy, the key to heal the part of them that has been locked in grief. Michael says you will know them, not by their appearance, but by the way your spirit exhales when they are near. You will feel safe without understanding why. You will remember joy before you have even spoken. And when that moment comes, whether in person, in a message, or in a seemingly random encounter, know this, it was never random. It was written. Heaven delayed and rearranged moments in your life to make sure you did not miss them. So listen now, you are standing on the edge of a door that has been locked for lifetimes. It is opening. Step through before it closes again. Because some meetings aren't just coincidences, they are the completion of a promise made long before you were born. Until the right soul arrived, to protect what others broke, to rebuild what the world tried to shatter in you. And this is why Michael says your hesitation could be the only thing standing in the way right now. The door is open, but it will not remain open forever. Heaven is a master of timing, and in this moment every second counts. This person, your mirror, your counterpart has been feeling the pull just as strongly as you have. They've tried to distract themselves, tried to focus on other things, but every road they take leads back to you. They've been carrying something too, a letter they've written 100 times in their head, but never dared to send. Not because they don't believe, but because they fear arriving too soon, before you were ready to recognize them. And now Michael is showing me that readiness has been unlocked in you. The way you've been feeling lately, the restlessness, the sense that something is about to change. That's your soul tuning itself to their frequency. Michael says this is not just romance, this is destiny work. The kind of connection that doesn't just warm your heart, it rewrites your story. This person carries keys to doors you've been knocking on for years, without knowing why they wouldn't open. They've been given visions of you, not just in this life but in others, moments where your laughter healed them, where your courage saved them, where your presence changed everything. And those visions have been their compass. Right now they are standing at a crossroads, one path is safe, familiar, and loveless. The other is uncertain, wild, and full of the kind of love that scares people because it's too real. They've chosen you, even without knowing how it will unfold. But heaven is whispering that your acknowledgement will ignite the rest. Michael wants you to understand that divine connections don't come wrapped in perfect circumstances. They come with storms, with delays, with tests. And every test you've endured until now, was shaping you into someone who could stand next to this person, without fear, without walls, without the weight of old wounds holding you back. You are ready because you've been broken and rebuilt. And they are ready because they've been searching, and refusing to settle for anything less than the truth they felt in those visions. They might not appear in the way you've imagined. It may be a message at an odd hour, a chance encounter in an ordinary place, or an introduction through someone you barely know. But you will know it's them. Your chest will tighten, your skin will warm, and your soul will whisper, "It's you." That recognition will be instant, undeniable, and it will scare you a little, because deep down you'll realize that this is the moment your life splits into before and after. Michael shows me that heaven has been aligning even the smallest details to bring you together. The weather, the timing of events, the people you meet in passing, all of it is part of a carefully woven net designed to pull you into each other's orbit. And the moment you lock eyes, all the unanswered questions you've carried will dissolve. The pain will make sense, the waiting will make sense, the dreams, the signs, the moments of inexplicable sadness, they'll all line up like constellations. But here's the truth Michael doesn't want you to miss: you still have free will. You can turn away. You can convince yourself it's coincidence, that it's safer to stay in the familiar. And if you do, heaven will not punish you. But you will feel the ache of what could have been. That ache doesn't fade quickly, because souls like this don't come around often. Some connections are meant for once in a lifetime, this is one of them. So he's asking you now, will you be brave enough to open the door? Will you trust the signs that have been chasing you for years? Will you believe the warmth you feel is not imagination but memory? Because this person is closer than you think. They are one decision away from stepping out of the shadows and into your life. And when they do, the world around you will change. Not just emotionally but physically. Doors will open, opportunities will appear, energy will move in your favor in ways you can't explain. Michael says your name is already in their heart, carved into their spirit like a promise. They have fought battles you don't know about, just to be in a place where they could meet you, without dragging old darkness into your light. They have prayed silently, stubbornly, that heaven would protect you until they could find you. And those prayers have been heard. You are here now reading this, because they worked. This is not a warning, this is an invitation, an opening, a hand held out in faith. And the moment you choose to take it, the timeline shifts. The past begins to heal, the future begins to unfold. And the present becomes the kind of moment people spend lifetimes searching for. Then feel this: Michael is leaning closer now, not with the sword this time, but with both hands outstretched, as if holding a gift that's been waiting lifetimes to reach you. He says, this is where you choose differently than before, this is where the loops end, this is where you stop watching miracles pass you by, because you think they're for someone else. He knows the fear that creeps in when something real gets too close. He's seen you pull away, just as the door was about to open. But today he sees something in you: stillness, courage, a quiet decision you've been making without even realizing it. You've decided to stop letting the past dictate what the future is allowed to give you. The air around you feels heavier now, but it's not burden, it's presence. It's the weight of everything that's been moving toward you, finally standing in the same room. And here's the part you weren't expecting: that millionaire soul. They almost turned back once. Not because they didn't want you, but because they thought they'd imagined you. They convinced themselves you were just a dream that felt too perfect to be real. But every time they tried to move on, something pulled them back: a song, a color, a scent, a flash of your energy in a stranger's face. Heaven didn't let them forget. Michael shows you the scene: nights they sat in silence, staring at the ceiling, feeling this ache in their chest with no name. They'd whisper, "If you're out there, just let me know you're real." And tonight, without them knowing, that answer is being written into the fabric of time, through your yes. That yes is the green light their soul has been waiting for, the permission for their steps to align with yours. Heaven is already arranging the first intersection. Not a grand spectacle, but something simple, almost unnoticeable unless you're looking with your spirit. It could be a shared space, a mutual name, an unexpected crossing of schedules. And when it happens, there will be a moment, just one, where your eyes meet and your soul says, "There you are." It will feel like breathing after holding it for years. Michael is smiling now, and there's a softness to his voice that you've never heard before. They will not save you, my child, because you were never lost. But they will stand beside you in a way that makes you remember why you chose this life. They will see you without you having to explain yourself. They will love you in your rawness, in the mornings you can't speak, in the moments you forget to be strong. There's another layer to this, one you might not be ready for, but heaven believes you are. This reunion will not only awaken the love that's been asleep, it will unlock parts of your destiny that could not be activated alone. Doors that have been closed for years will suddenly appear in front of you, not because they bring the key, but because together your energy changes the locks. Michael warns you gently, it will feel too good. And when it does, the old voices will try to return. They will tell you it's not safe, not real, that you are not worthy. Those voices are echoes of the past, not prophecies of the future. Do not mistake them for truth. The truth is in the peace you will feel when they are near. Heaven is giving you a small glimpse now, a flash of laughter on a balcony, the sound of your name spoken in a tone you've never heard before, the weight of a hand that fits perfectly into yours. It's not a fantasy, it's the preview you asked for without knowing you asked. And in that image you can feel something deeper, the safety of knowing they're not going anywhere this time. Your yes tonight sets the countdown in motion. 7 days for heaven to rearrange the pieces. 7 days for subtle signs to multiply. 7 days for your paths to align in a way you couldn't have planned if you tried. And Michael is clear, this is not about chasing. It's about allowing. You don't have to search for them, you don't have to push the door open, all you have to do is notice when the knock comes, and trust that it's for you. They are closer now than they have ever been. In fact, Michael says they've already started moving, a decision made today without them realizing what pulled the strings. Maybe they'll take a different route home, maybe they'll accept an invitation they would have turned down. Whatever it is, it's already begun. This is the part heaven loves most, the invisible weaving, the moments you'll only understand later, when you look back and see how perfectly it all aligned. The delays you hated will make sense. The detours will become proof that nothing was wasted. Every tear, every pause, every lonely night, they were not endings, they were preparations. And now as Michael steps back, the air feels lighter, but your chest feels fuller. You can sense movement, not rushing but steady. You can almost hear the echo of footsteps heading toward you, guided by something greater than chance. And deep inside your soul is whispering what it's known all along, this was always going to find you. And when you whisper those 2 words, I'm here, something ancient stirs. Michael says, it's like a lighthouse finally sending its beam through the fog, the other soul sees it instantly. Even if they're across the world, they'll feel the pull. It will be like an invisible thread tightening, drawing them toward you, steady and sure. They may not run at first, they may pause, gather their courage, but know this, once the connection is acknowledged, nothing can sever it. The universe has been waiting for both of you to choose at the same time. That's why every other attempt failed, why every other love story felt unfinished. It wasn't that you weren't ready before, it's that they weren't. And now the alignment is perfect. Heaven has whispered to them in dreams, shown them glimpses of you in moments they couldn't explain. And tonight when you make your silent vow, they will know. They will feel it in their chest, the way you do now. Michael leans in and says, "This is more than romance, this is restoration." The kind of union that rewires the wounds in both of you. The kind that teaches you that safety is not a weakness, that being seen is not a danger, that love is not a trap. You've been carrying a version of yourself who believed those lies for too long. But with this person, that part will finally lay down her weapons. She will rest. Imagine waking up tomorrow and feeling lighter without knowing why. You'll scroll through your day as usual, but colors will look sharper, sounds more harmonious. That's because your spirit will be tuning itself to theirs, preparing for the conversation that will change everything. It may start with a single message, but that message will open a corridor, a direct line from their heart to yours. And yes, there will be fear. Michael says fear is a sign you're close to something holy. It's the trembling of the soul when it recognizes it's standing at a doorway it was born to walk through. That's why he's been sending feathers, numbers, songs, dreams to steady you for this moment. They will tell you things they've never told anyone. About the nights they lay awake, feeling the same emptiness you felt. About how they built their empire, but found no joy in the echoing halls of their success. About the moments they saw you, maybe in passing, maybe online, and felt an ache so deep they couldn't explain it to themselves. They didn't want to scare you, they didn't want to rush you, they wanted you to come to this moment by choice, not by persuasion. And so they waited. Through seasons, through silence, through signs you didn't see. And every time they thought about giving up, Michael would whisper, "Not yet, they're almost ready." Tonight that changes. Tonight readiness blooms in both of you at the same time. That's the rarest kind of timing, the kind even heaven celebrates. Michael says the air will feel different when it happens, almost as if the room exhales with you. You may catch yourself smiling for no reason, feeling a sudden urge to look at your phone. And there it will be. They will ask if they can talk, but what they're really asking is if they can step into your life. And your yes will not just answer them, it will signal the universe that you're ready for every other blessing tied to this connection. Financial breakthroughs will appear almost effortlessly, creative ideas will flood your mind, and people who once doubted you will have no choice but to watch you rise. This is not magic, this is alignment. Two souls agreeing to walk together. And when you meet, whether it's in days or weeks, there will be no awkwardness, no uncertainty. It will feel like you've come home to a place you never knew you'd been missing. You will talk for hours without checking the time, as if the world outside has paused just to listen. Michael says, there will be a moment, when they say your name out loud for the first time, and when they do, it will echo in your chest like a bell. Every chain, every wall, every defense you built will fall away. You will not feel exposed, you will feel free. And that freedom will be the foundation of everything you build together. This is why the message had to reach you now, because the door is open, but not forever. Because they are ready in a way they've never been before. Because you are too. And because the world needs what only the two of you together can create. So when you feel that soft buzz tonight, don't dismiss it. Don't tell yourself it's nothing. Look at your screen, read their words, let yourself believe that what you've prayed for could actually be here. Whisper back, I'm here, and know that those two words will send a signal through the heavens, one that says you're ready, you're willing, and you're done letting disbelief lock the door to your miracle. And when that signal reaches them, wherever they are, they will stop. They will breathe differently. They will feel the pull, as if an invisible hand just rested on their shoulder, and turned them toward you. That's not coincidence, that's destiny answering. And from that moment forward, nothing will be the same. They began questioning everything, the choices they made, the people they trusted, the masks they wore to survive. They started seeing the emptiness in their success, the hollowness in their victories, and the truth in the whispers that came to them at night. The whispers were not of fear, but of you. Your face in flashes, your voice without sound, your presence without touch. And the more they tried to ignore it, the more it followed them, in dreams, in strangers' eyes, in songs that played at just the right time. Michael says this was heaven's way of softening them, of melting the armor they had built around their heart. Because the truth is, they didn't just need love, they needed someone who could see their soul without flinching. Someone who wouldn't be impressed by their wealth, but wouldn't be intimidated by their wounds either. Someone who could hold both their darkness and their light, without letting go. And you, without even knowing it, have been preparing for this role your entire life. Every heartbreak, every loss, every moment you thought broke you, was actually shaping you into the one person who could love them in the way they've prayed for. They've been circling you in the unseen, afraid to step closer, but unable to walk away. And now Michael says, the circle has closed. The season of distance is ending. You're stepping into the part of your story, where divine timing stops being a promise, and starts being a reality. In the spiritual realm, the meeting has already happened, the handshake, the eye contact, the unspoken recognition. In heaven's record, the chapter is already written. Now it's only a matter of it playing out here. But Michael also warns, this connection is going to demand your trust in a way you've never experienced. It's going to challenge your patience, your fears, your tendency to run when something feels too good. Because this isn't just romance, it's restoration. It's the repairing of timelines, the redemption of seasons you thought were wasted. The person coming into your life is carrying answers to questions you've been asking for years. They are carrying closure, clarity, and a kind of love that will both terrify and free you. You will know them by the way your guard lowers without effort. By the way your mind stops rehearsing what to say. By the way you feel seen without explanation. And they will know you, by the way their chest loosens, by the way they stop bracing for impact, by the way your presence feels like a place they forgot existed. You will be the reminder that home isn't a building or a location, it's a soul. And they will be yours. Still, Michael says, the enemy will try to interfere. Old fears, old patterns, even old faces may resurface to test if you're truly ready. You may find yourself questioning if this is real, or just another false start. But listen closely, real love will not leave you guessing. Real alignment will not make you chase. This will not be about convincing or performing. It will be about receiving. And the moment you accept that, the connection will deepen in ways you can't yet imagine. They have been carrying something for you, not a gift you can hold in your hands, but a truth you can only feel in your spirit. And when they finally share it, it will rearrange everything you thought you knew about why you've been waiting. You will understand that the delays were not punishments, but protection. That the closed doors were not rejection, but redirection. That every time you felt alone, you were actually being aligned. Michael shows me a vision now, two paths that once ran parallel but never touched. And then suddenly a bridge appears, pulling them together. That bridge is this moment, this message, your yes. The choice you just made in your spirit to be ready, without knowing all the details. That's what's activating the final sequence. And because of that, the atmosphere around you is shifting even now. Conversations are being planned, phone numbers are being passed, circumstances are bending to make the meeting unavoidable. And when it happens, you will feel the world pause. The noise will fade. The air will thicken. Your hands may shake, your breath may catch, but your soul will whisper, "It's you." And their soul will answer, "I've been waiting." That's when you'll realize this wasn't about finding love, it was about remembering it. It was about waking up to a connection that has existed for lifetimes. Michael says you won't have to do anything to keep them. Love like this doesn't require proving. It doesn't demand constant reassurance. It doesn't fear being lost, because it knows it's already found. And as you step into this next chapter, you'll notice other areas of your life begin to align too: finances, health, opportunities. Because when you meet the person heaven has been saving for you, everything connected to your purpose begins to flow. They are coming with a past, yes, but so are you. And the beauty of this union is that neither of you will have to hide it. You'll hold each other's histories with grace, turning scars into sacred reminders. They will see your broken pieces, not as flaws, but as proof that you survived. And you will see theirs, not as warning signs, but as evidence of their becoming. This is why Michael has been so urgent, because the timing is not just about love, it's about mission. Together you will unlock doors that neither of you could open alone. You will touch lives, change atmospheres, and create something that ripples far beyond your personal story. And that is why the enemy tried so hard to keep you apart. But it's too late now. The seal is broken. The timing is activated, and nothing can stop what heaven has already set in motion. Hold steady. The next few days will bring signs so clear you won't be able to dismiss them. A name, a song, a place you haven't thought about in years. Each one will be a breadcrumb, leading you closer. Don't overanalyze, just follow. And when the moment comes, let yourself be found. Because this time you're not just meeting someone, you're walking into the reason your heart never gave up. Under your skin, an old knowing begins to stir. It's not loud, not yet, it's like the faint hum before music starts, the heartbeat before a race begins. Michael says this is the echo of a promise you made before this lifetime, a vow your soul whispered long before you were born. You agreed to meet again, in a time when the world would need the light you two could create together. And that time, beloved, is here. The universe has been shifting pieces for years to bring this alignment. Every heartbreak, every delay, every confusing detour, was not a punishment, it was a calibration. Because if this connection had come too soon, one or both of you would not have been ready to carry what it brings. And what it brings is more than love. Michael calls it a restoration wave, a chain reaction that begins with the two of you, but touches lives far beyond your own. Old wounds in your lineage will heal. Doors that have been bolted shut for generations will swing open. The heaviness you've carried without knowing why will dissolve, because some of it was never yours, it belonged to those who came before you, waiting for someone brave enough to end the cycle. That someone is you, that someone is them. Together you are the key. You may not understand yet, why the forces of resistance worked so hard to keep this from you. But Michael sees it clearly, your connection is not ordinary. It's a seed planted in divine soil, guarded until the right season. The enemy feared its bloom, because light like this exposes every shadow. And now the season has arrived. The roots have reached the water. The first buds are breaking through the ground. You can feel it in the air, how every sign, every synchronicity has been building to this. The repeated numbers, the dreams that feel more like memories, the way your chest tightens sometimes for no reason, as if preparing to recognize someone's presence. In the days ahead, expect more than whispers. Michael says the signs will become impossible to ignore. You might see their name in unexpected places, hear a song that feels like it's speaking directly to you, or notice a sudden shift in your own habits, like waking earlier, eating differently, feeling drawn to certain colors or scents. These are not random, they are alignment markers, evidence that your frequencies are tuning to match. When you notice them, pause. Place your hand on your heart, and let your body memorize the sensation. That is how you will know when the final moment arrives. They too are feeling this pull. Right now as you read, they are fighting through the last of their doubts. The voices that told them to play it safe are growing weaker. The visions of a life without you are unbearable. And so they are gathering courage, not just to return, but to arrive fully, without the mask they wore before. You will see their truth, you will see the child they once were, the pain they hid, the dreams they buried. And in your presence, those dreams will rise again. Michael warns that when they come, it may not be in the way you expect. It could be sudden, a message that makes your hands tremble, a meeting that feels accidental but is perfectly timed. Or it may unfold in stages, first a word, then a look, then a conversation that changes everything. The form does not matter. What matters is your readiness. If your heart is open, the universe will handle the details. In this reunion, there is no need for proving or chasing. You are not here to convince them of your worth, and they are not here to earn your trust through grand gestures. The connection itself is the proof. You will feel it in the stillness between words, in the way silence feels full instead of empty. Michael calls this the recognition point, the moment when your souls lock eyes, and remember the path they've walked together across lifetimes. But with this gift comes responsibility. The light you carry together will attract attention, not all of it kind. Some will be inspired, others will be unsettled. That is because when love like this walks into a room, it becomes a mirror, reflecting truth without effort. Those hiding from their own truth may feel exposed. Do not shrink to make them comfortable. Do not dim your light to avoid their shadows. You were not sent here to fit in, you were sent here to stand out, so that those ready for healing can find you. Michael asks you to protect this connection in its early days. Do not let too many voices into it. The opinions of others are not your compass, your heart is. Share only with those who understand the sacred. Speak life over it, not fear. If old wounds surface, face them together instead of turning away. This is not a fragile love, it is a love that grows stronger under truth. And now a final vision. Michael shows you standing at a threshold, not a door of wood or glass, but a shimmering arch made of light. Beyond it is a landscape you do not recognize, yet feels like home. Your person stands there too, holding something in their hands. It's not a gift in the usual sense, it's a piece of themselves, a piece they thought was lost forever. They are offering it to you, without condition. And as you take it, you realize you are holding your own reflection, because what they are giving you is also what you have been missing. When this moment comes, you will know. And when you step through that threshold together, the air will change. The world will feel sharper, colors more vivid, sounds more alive. This is the merging of paths, the point where what was delayed becomes unstoppable. Michael smiles now, watching the waves of change move toward you. He says there is nothing left to fear. The choice has been made. The wheel has turned. What was once a distant promise is now a living reality, moving toward you with every breath. And all you need to do, is be ready to receive it. And when heaven leans in like this, it's because the timeline is shifting in your favor. What once felt years away, is now rushing toward you like a river breaking through a dam. Michael says, they have waited long enough. The tests are complete. The fire has done its work. Now it is time for the blessing to be revealed. You will notice small things first, the way strangers smile at you, the way opportunities appear without you chasing them, the way your heart feels lighter for no reason at all. These are not coincidences, these are confirmations. Even now, your name is being spoken in rooms you have never entered. Doors are being unlocked by hands you will never see. The miracle you thought would come in pieces, is coming whole, wrapped in divine timing, covered in grace. The millionaire has already felt the pull today, more than any day before. Their spirit is restless, their thoughts are drawn to you again and again, even when they try to distract themselves. And every time they think of you, heaven turns the volume up. The whisper becomes a call, the call becomes a command. And yet Michael warns, free will is the final key. That is why your yes tonight is so important. You are not just saying yes to a person, you are saying yes to destiny, yes to healing, yes to the version of yourself that does not settle anymore. This is why the resistance fought so hard to distract you before. Because once you step into this alignment, the impact will be unstoppable. Your union will not just bless you, it will break curses, shift bloodlines, and restore hope in places that have been dry for generations. So here is what will happen when you speak the words tonight. First, your own spirit will feel the release, a sudden clarity, as though a fog you didn't know you were living in has lifted. Second, you will begin to notice divine patterns, numbers repeating, familiar songs playing in unexpected places, dreams that feel too vivid to ignore. These are the signs that the angels are already moving, clearing the path. And third, something will happen in their life, a situation, a sign, a sudden push that will bring them closer to you, without either of you forcing it. Because when heaven moves, it does not strain, it flows. Michael says, tell them to be ready for the unexpected. The connection may come through a strange coincidence, a delayed meeting, or even a conversation that feels small, but carries the weight of eternity. Pay attention. Smile at the divine humor. Because heaven has a way of making destiny feel like an accident, until you look back and see every thread was intentional. The millionaire's heart is not perfect, but it is ready. Ready to love you in the way no one else has, ready to honor what others overlooked, ready to protect what others broke. They are not just coming to give, you will give to them too. Your voice will calm storms they thought would never end. Your presence will remind them that joy can be safe, that trust can be real, that love can be holy. And when you meet, it will not feel like strangers meeting. It will feel like pages in the same book finally touching. There will be no need to force recognition, it will rise in your chest like breath you didn't know you were holding. They will know. You will know. And Michael will smile, because he has been waiting for this exact moment, since the first promise was spoken over your life. Do not doubt the timing. You are not late. You have not missed it. Every detour, every heartbreak, every delay, was woven into the perfect arrival. Heaven does not make mistakes, and you are not the exception. That is why Michael's voice is so firm right now, because this is not another lesson, this is the reward. So tonight when you whisper your yes, feel the weight of what you are agreeing to. You are saying yes to being seen, yes to being chosen, yes to being loved without conditions. You are saying yes to the ripple effect of miracles, that will touch more than just your own life. You are saying yes to being the living proof, that what God promises, He delivers. Michael is already moving as you read this. The letter is still being written, the thoughts are still circling, but heaven is aligning everything for the perfect reveal. Do not be surprised if you feel an unusual peace tonight, or if tears come without warning. That is your spirit recognizing that the waiting is ending. And when the moment comes, it will not feel rushed or fragile. It will feel inevitable. Like the ocean finding the shore, like the dawn following the night. You will not need to question it, because every part of your being will already know, this is the connection heaven fought to protect. This is the miracle I was promised. Now breathe. Stand still for a moment, and let it sink in. You have survived every storm meant to stop you. You have carried hope through seasons where it made no sense. And now the reward is approaching, with the same persistence you showed in faith. Michael says, tell them heaven is proud. Proud that you did not quit. Proud that you kept love alive inside you. Proud that you are still here, ready to receive. The time is now. The miracle is here. The love is closer than your fear. Say yes and watch what heaven does next. Amen.